It is time to open up this series with a bang, and welcome to South Florida, where we will look to rebuild the Miami Dolphins. Our first game will be on the road against the Indianapolis Colts, and we will have to take them on without our rookie defensive tackle Kenneth Grant. He suffered a groin injury in practice, and we're hoping this injury isn't a nagging issue, and it'll be a big question of how we will defend against one of the top running backs in today's game. Jonathan Taylor will be accompanied by his dual-threat quarterback Anthony Richardson, and this will be a matchup between two quarterbacks who are still competing to win back the hearts of their respective fan base. There's plenty of talent on the field today, but both teams are attempting to excel beyond an 8-win finish. So the Colts will get a chance to answer that call, as Taylor is off to the races with his first carry, and what a start on the ground. You draft a guy like Grant to stop that, and he's not even on the field. But you still have Jalen Phillips stopping the run off the edge. There's still so much of his game that can be unlocked. It's just a matter of staying healthy, as Richardson with good touch leads it to Alec Pierce for another first down. One of the biggest issues coming into the season is our secondary. How will Coach Silas adjust when we face off against speedy receivers? But this time he'll go back to his running back, and there's the first score of the series. Not exactly sure why our gamer tags need to be shown in an offline franchise, but Jonathan Taylor gives the Colts the early 7-0 lead. And Tua will step on the field. His pass rolling out left is caught. Nice concentration by Jalen Waddle. So much speed on the outside, but here's third down. There's not enough time. And this will be the first time we call on Jason Sanders. He gets drilled. No call as the kick is good. Not gonna matter how fast we are on the outside if we can't protect him. And now Richardson doesn't need any help. He'll do it himself using his legs, and that's part of his game that we'll need to be super aware of. Sky's the limit if he puts it all together, as Taylor gets skinny and we're struggling to provide any answers. What a combination in the backfield for the Colts, as Richardson is going to try it again, and Anthony Richardson has basically put the Colts in the red zone single-handedly. Now in RPO, and he'll finish the drive showing off that 96 throw power. Touchdown to Michael Pittman Jr. If we wondered what this defense would look like coming into this season, I think we just got a taste of it. As Devon Achane will bounce this outside, and this is our first time seeing his highlight reel, 12 rushes for 55. We've been trying to run it, and it finally paid off, as Tua will try to convert on third down, and connects with Darren Waller. That's one way to make your presence known coming out of retirement. Not bad for a 32-year-old tight end, as Achane has space, and no one is going to get to him, and that is the first touchdown by the Dolphins here in the franchise. It's incredible what he's accomplished so far, and he's only just 23 years of age. As Richardson will step up and hit his 23-year-old rookie, that is Tyler Warren out of Penn State. I love the approach this offseason by the Colts to give him as much help as possible, but he can also do it himself, and the Dolphins' sloppy tackling will cost them again. They've had zero issues pushing the ball downfield in this first half, and Tyler Warren has been the go-to guy with his 5th catch today. We may be looking at a big-time fantasy player someday, and catch number 6 is made in the end zone, the rookie's first career score. That would be the result of the first half, 21-10, and the Dolphins need to make something happen, as Tua drops it in the bucket of Pharaoh Brown. Number 2 tight end will move the chains. And this is our first look at Jalen Wright, and he'll go right up the middle with his speed. Committee will be insured in this offense. We need guys fresh with this wear and tear system. And the screen to Achane is blown up. And we'll need a splash play on this 3rd and long. Nickel comes with the blitz. Tua wants it all to Waddle, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cam Bynum, and the Colts will take over. This is the issue when it comes to arm strength. One-on-one against a safety, and this pass is severely underthrown. A lot of pressure, but this defense needs to find a way, and they get to him this time. It's the vet Zach Sealer with the sack, and that's not a guy you ever want to leave unblocked. He'll make you pay every time, and that's why he gets paid the big bucks. That was good enough to get us the ball back, as they'll try a counter run with A-Chain and will be shy. And the offense isn't going to punt this, as A-Chain fights and will get the sticks moving. We're always coming in with a run-first mindset, and that will open up the passing attack as Jalen Wright has given us some good minutes today. Another third down, another run, and this time he'll be short. Kaiser White finds his way back to his old coach, and Miami will settle for 3 this time to make it a one-possession game. Colts offense left with no points in the second half, and this pass is incomplete. Nice play by Mike Hilton, the vet. And this is the moment where franchise quarterbacks are made, as Tua going for Hill, and it's intercepted again. It's Kaiser White with another big play, and again the ball is accurately placed, but it lacks the velocity to get it to Tyreek Hill. And the Colts will have it in great field position. Richardson will swing this outside. More sloppy defense, and Adonai Mitchell will pick up a chunk. That time Melifonwu struggled to keep up. We have just under 6 to go, and Richardson is contained, sacked by Benito Jones. The pass rush has taken him down 4 times so far, and the toss outside is nearly picked off. Dante Trader Jr. almost gave it back to us, but the Colts will call on Chad Ryland, and he will put 3 more on the board. So here's the situation. Tua has thrown 2 interceptions, and you're down by 2 scores. It's all or nothing with 3:30 to go, and this home run ball is denied. Tried to hit Nick Westbrook-Ikene, and they'll need a 4th down conversion. Lofted, and that's a beautiful ball to NKI. Probably the best one of the day by Tagovailoa. But we still need to put points up. Deep drop. Gonna let it fly to the cheetah, and he comes down with it. Touchdown Miami. What a ridiculous play by Tyreek Hill. It's just so much fun to have a player you can just throw it up to. But look how strong his hands are to secure this catch. Game is still very much at hand, as the 2-point try is good. Nice grab there by Waddle. So it's just stopping the run at this point. And this is Khalil Herbert who picks up the first down. What a dagger to the heart, and we're going to need to run commit again. But it's a play fake, tossed outside, and this one is over. Anthony Richardson and the Colts defend their home turf and hands us our first loss of the season. Losses will happen, and probably a bunch in this series, but the first one is always just an eye test for us. And immediately it's clear that the secondary didn't pan out for us. I also expected more explosives from our offense, but we really didn't get a chance when we turned the ball over twice today and once in the red zone. By the time we hit Cheetah late in the 4th, it was too late. We did get to Richardson 4 times in this one, and I did make the switch to the Seattle Seahawks defense, which we will be operating from that playbook as we jump into Game 2 of this episode. We will be home, and it'll be our first divisional matchup against Drake May and the New England Patriots. This will be our first divisional matchup, and they had quite a start to open up their season by demolishing the Raiders 30-7. Drake May is going to be the guy to stop today, but we will have to do it without Jack Jones and Willie Gay, who will be out for this one. However, Kenneth Grant is nursed back to full health, and we will see the rookie make his debut at home. I love the new presentations added to this game, and it gives the stadium and atmosphere so much needed life. Hopefully we can give these fans more to cheer about and pick up our first win of the season. But you know it's going to be a grind going up against a coach like Mike Vrabel. We'll jump into the first as both teams started 3 and out. But here's A-Chain. He'll find a hole going downhill and picks up 11. Harold Landry is a bit shaken up, but A-Chain is going to be the catalyst to our success and help us expand the playbook as Tua launches to the end zone, and it's caught for the touchdown. Jalen Waddle has his first of the season, and there's just so much attention surrounding Tyreek Hill on the other side. It often can create a tough matchup for the second DB who clearly lacks in explosive speed. And now May is dropped in the backfield. Jalen Phillips with an excellent start to the season. He's got 2 in 2 games. And now May gets hit on the throw, and that is luckily dropped on the ground. Here is our first look at the rookie Kenneth Grant. He's just so powerful at the point of attack, and I'm sure with development he'll finish those plays, and he has a coach who is excited and ready to take him to new heights. As the offense will try to throw the Patriots off guard, and NKI will pick up the first down on a jet pass. I really like Westbrook Ikene as our third wide receiver option. A touchdown machine in Tennessee, as A-Chain is swallowed up on the screen. Keon White on the play, as Tua hits the slant, and this will be well short. Not bad, 3 drives so far resulting in 2 scores, and we will gladly take a 10-0 lead. The defense has been fantastic, so here's our next drive, as A-Chain puts it on the ground. It is New England who falls on top of it, and just when things were going perfectly, there's a wrinkle to our plan. I don't expect A-Chain to make mistakes like that often, as Ramondre Stevenson throws off Melifonwu, and they're near the 5. Our safeties have to tackle better because they are the last line of defense, as May is going to walk straight in. Touchdown, Patriots. You would think we learned something after playing Anthony Richardson, but instead we have ourselves a 10-7 game. Jalen Wright now in, but it's a pass, and this is somehow caught by Hill. What a play. A-Chain now back in. I hope his mind is right after the turnover. And he looks to be just fine. Inside the 10, 70 yards on the day. Already surpassing his season high in the first half. Back to the screen on third, and the Patriots have been all over it, but we do tack on 3 more. As the sweep is sniffed out, Jalen Phillips is going to be a free agent after this season, and he's been impressive today. And how about another? 3 sacks on the season and 2 in this first half alone. This would be the score as we go deep into the third quarter. As the Cheetah makes the catch, and he'll make a nice move to keep the sticks moving. Tua now over 100 yards on the day. Life is fun when you have the fastest player. And Tyreek Hill now 4 catches for 53. Here's Ollie Gordon's first time seeing the field. His first career touch will not get much. It's another third down. Jalen Wright in again, but it's a pass. Scanning and going for the end zone, and it's broken up. Nice play by Christian Gonzalez. So Jason Sanders will continue his big day and officially has more points than our offense. As May throws a strike in between defenders. Believe it or not, he only has 69 yards through the air. And this time Diggs drops the ball. Stephon Diggs normally so sure-handed, but our offense will take over. And here's Jalen Wright bouncing this outside and picking up a chunk. He's playing more due to the wear and tear A-Chain is dealing with, as Wright gets it on the screen, and Chris Barnes has no chance of chasing him. I mean, it's kind of unfair that our backup running back has the same amount of explosiveness as our starters. It certainly helps Tua a bunch, and he's going to go to one of those burners, and Waddle hauls it in. Good ball by Tua down at the 1. And the drive finishes off with a touchdown by Jalen Wright. That hopefully can put the lid on this one, but we'll see how our defense does. As May is going to try one himself, and that's caught by Pop Douglas. Kader Kohu currently our number 1 corner, and so far it's been a tough start as the Patriots take it in the 10. They decide to run, and Jalen Phillips continues to make a living in the backfield. Patriots going hurry up. This time it's a screen, and Ramondre Stevenson adds a spin but will be short of the goal line. Patriots trying to keep the tempo up, and Coach Silas will decide to burn a timeout. 4th and goal, 3 minutes to go. May over the middle, and he finds Hunter Henry. And the Patriots have cut it to an 8-point game. Dolphins need 2 more first downs to put this away, as Jalen Wright continues his big day, and he gets knocked around near midfield. 1 timeout, 3rd down. Tua doesn't have time, and the Patriots will get 1 more shot. Clock running with a minute to go, and May is going to use his legs again, and he'll pick up the first. Clock stops after a spike. Here's 2nd down. May steps up in the pocket, and he's going to throw it towards Kohu's direction again, but this time he breaks it up. Heart-stopping moment, but the defense still has work to do. This is check down, and it all comes down to this 4th down. No more timeouts. Man in motion is Henry. May looking that way, throwing down the seam, and it's broken up by Melifonwu. And the Miami Dolphins will pick up win number 1 of the season here at Hard Rock Stadium. This was all it was expected to be in a divisional matchup with 2 defensive head coaches playing chess against each other. But we were able to come away with the victory, and it feels great to have the first one out of the way. Tua had a much better game, completing 70% of his passes, and we ran the ball more effectively than we did against the Colts. We knew the offense would come along, but it's the defense that deserves a ton of credit today, and one guy in particular played his heart out, and that is Jaelan Phillips. He ended up with 3 sacks, and here's one of them that wasn't in the video because it took us to halftime, so it really didn't matter. But this performance was excellent, earning him the Player of the Week award. So now he has 4 sacks to start off our franchise, and of course, he's going to do all of this when his contract is set to expire after this season. Not all good news at the end of this game because Aaron Brewer broke some ribs, and he is now set to miss at least 3 weeks. So Liam Eichenberg will now slide inside, and he will now be Tua's new best friend for the time being. We did get some good news on Jack Jones, who will return from his practice injury next week. And that's needed because we will have another divisional matchup against Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills. However, the Bills are off to an underwhelming start. They lost to the Ravens and the Jets, who they might have taken for granted, and we could take a big leap in our division with the win next week. Allen has been sacked 5 times already this year, and maybe Jaelan Phillips can add some more to his stat line to convince us to pay him some big bucks. Some in-house things, I've updated the sliders to the Mat 10 ones, and I turned auto progression on because I actually enjoy not knowing how players will develop, and that's credited to College Football 26 and my Dynasty. Speaking of, because of Madden, I'm going to put CFB on hold for a bit and focus more on Dolphins franchise. I personally am also having just more fun on Madden, which is shocking to say, but that's the update I have for you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, and please like and subscribe. We're nearing the 350 sub mark, so let's get there together. And I'd love to hear your feedback on these videos. I promise I'll respond. I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you against the Bills. You don't want to miss it. I'm out.